game, but how did you feel in your first outing with the Blazers?
Shoot around felt good just to be back. It's all it will start to come back, slowly. As far as just shoot arounds and the approach of that, the mentality you have to have with that. But it was short, but also I got a chance to just be around the team, be around the guys. This really was my first time outside of the game, just being around the guys in a different element. Really being able to go over some things that we need to go over and try to get better at that.
How did your body feel the next day?
I feel great. Yeah, I feel great. I think you'll hear me talking about that a lot, just due to the fact the work that I've been able to put in over the past year, specifically on my body. I feel great. I think I would benefit from that time off physically, and today and yesterday, I felt very good.
How chill is the vibe of this team? Does it compare to any other situations that you've previously been in at all? Just like as far as how chill the guys are?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, I always say that the organization goes as a personality of the team, right? And this team is super kind of laid back, great group of guys, want to learn, want to get better, want to win, but also it's a super, laid back situation. Not from a basketball standpoint, but just the aura of the team, the aura of the coaching staff and the people that's around the organization. It fits me, man. It's very mellow.
You were part of one of the best draft classes ever, and we've seen sort of Father Time have his way with some members, and LeBron still tearing it up.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about when you think about that draft class and your place in it?
I for one, I think we were the best. I mean, I have to say that. No disrespect to '96 and the other class. Those was great classes, but I'm a little biased. But for the most part, I think the resources that we have today, as opposed to what those guys had, back then, it gives us more time. It gives us more focus on our body. It gives us more outlets to take care of our body and do things that we have to do to keep the longevity going with our career. What LeBron is doing is incredible, but that's just a testament of the work that he puts in, the work that he puts on his body, the work that he puts on his mind. And I think nowadays the age right now is, I think that goes out the window. If this was years ago, if somebody was 33, 34, 35, it'd be like, oh, he's old, but it's a mental thing. I think it's a mindset thing. If you putting in the work and you doing what you have to do to take care of yourself.
Did LeBron, and obviously where he's at now, but even last season, before he was sat down, did that persuade you even more that you had gas in your tank?
Well, I always believed in myself, right? And just being around him, sometimes in the summer and talking to guys, and it's like, my biggest thing was just to focus on my body. Just get my body right and just be prepared for kind of this new game, right? It is a new game, right? It's a faster pace, it's a more athletic game. So I had to prepare myself for that, to be able to come back and, be effective in that aspect.
How much do you feel like you're picking up plays and stuff now that you've had at least a few days, not much?
I'm still picking up plays. It's I'm relying a lot on my experience and playing against Portland and the plays that they used to run. But it's going to take some time to really, get the timing down, and playing with CJ, now is very different playing, as opposed to playing with CJ and Dame. So it's timing, it's flow, it's rhythm, it's all of those things that, if you're not in basketball, it's very hard to understand that.
Can you give some insight from preparing for this trip? Imagine you're in New York and shit, I got to pack for 6 days.
I was in LA, man. I was in LA. I was training, I was working, I was just continuing life, and then I get the call and it's like, we want you to come tomorrow. I'm like, I'm year 17, man. It's other things that come into play with my family, and you want to make sure everybody's on the same page. You want to communicate. My son was sad that I was leaving, so that's why one of the reasons I brought him to New Orleans, so he can just have that experience. But that's the business of this game, right? It's at any given time you can move, you can be out, and the people that is affected by that, all your close ones are gonna be family.
So you flew from LA to New York?
I flew to LA to New York to just be around my family for a couple of days, get some things, situated and get ready for a 5-game road trip.
Is that where you packed all your stuff in New York?
Yeah, of course. I just grabbed some stuff and I went.
Yeah.